Hey guys, it's Carolyn. This is going to be my July to be read pile. And there's a lot of choices where I'm very torn about what to read. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the books that I'm definitely hoping to get through, and then I'm going to show you guys at the end a couple books that if I have time, I might read. So, okay, first and foremost is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I am 64 pages in, and I'm hoping to finish this. I probably won't be able to finish it before my trip on Tuesday, but I'm hoping to get a lot more of it read, and then finish it later this week. So I will be taking this on my trip. And then tomorrow I'm going to actually take a little break from Rebecca and read The Phantom Tollbooth by Norton Juster, because one of my friends who I'm seeing on this trip that I'm going on Tuesday, this is his book, so I really want to give this back to him. So yeah. And I'm really looking forward to this. It should only take me about 4 hours to read. And I saw the film when I was in 7th grade, and I absolutely loved it, and I just never got around to getting the book. But then when I saw that my friend owned it, I was like, can I borrow this? And he said yes, so I'm going to read it, and I'm excited about it. And then one of the books that I'm going to be reading is, I'm going to read Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie on my train trip. I've seen the film, and I really love it, and I just think that it'd be awesome / a little bit creepy to read about murder on a train. So yeah, I'm gonna read this, my trip is on a train, so I'm either gonna read it on the way, or I'm gonna read it on the way home. I'm not really sure which, but one of them. And this is actually, the reason it's so big is because it's actually 5 Hercule Poirot novels in one. But the only one I'm reading is Murder on the Orient Express. And it shouldn't take me that long because it's only about 127 pages. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Next is Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. I finally got my hands on this. And so I have to read it sometime in the next 3 weeks. Because I'm sure that I'm not the only person who has it on hold. So, and I'm really excited to read this because I love books about books, and my friend read it, and he said it was absolutely fantastic, so very excited about that. And another one that actually isn't in this pile because I don't have it yet is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. It is on I have put it on hold at the library, and right now I'm number 1 in the hold queue, but the last person who has it just still has it and hasn't taken it back to the library yet, but I will get it as soon as they bring it back. So I'll probably end up getting it after my trip, but that's totally okay. And I'm really looking forward to reading that. So yeah, that's just one that I didn't have that I needed to tell you guys about. Brideshead Revisited by Eva Lenoir. I really just need to read this need to go ahead and read it because I have renewed it so many times, which I know I should have read it way before this, but I am really excited to read it. I've just been reading. I was actually going to read it this weekend, but then when I got Rebecca, I've just been dying to read that. And with Rebecca, I've actually recorded the film on TCM so that I can watch the film as soon as I'm done with the book. And I'll probably try to do the same thing with this. I'll probably read it and then try to find the film. Maybe I'll rent it from Amazon or something. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this, and I just need to go ahead and do it. Okay, next we have The Tea Rose by Jennifer Donnelly. This is the first book in a series. It's either a series or a trilogy. I think right now it's just a trilogy, but I don't know if it's going to be turned into a series. And The thing about this, though, that's interesting is I've read the back of the second and third, and chronologically, it is sequential. Like, it's like, you know, Tea Rose is the earliest time, then Winter Rose and Wild Rose are a couple of years later, but it doesn't seem like the characters are interlinked, and so that's interesting to me. But anyway, after that, I will be reading The Winter Rose by Jennifer Donnelly and The Wild Rose by Jennifer Donnelly. And I'm also, what I should mention right now is that I'm participating in the BookTube-a-thon, which I'm going to make a video about, so I won't go into too much detail, but it's basically a week long, and I'll make a proper video about it and tell you guys what books I'm reading during the marathon, but I just don't know at the moment because I don't know what order I'm reading these in. And I want to read Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte because, sorry guys, just checking the time. Because Renee at Nahomas 2 has really just convinced me to read it based on a review of hers that I saw. Because I've seen several different versions of the film, and I absolutely love it, but some of my friends who have read the story just say that it's not, I don't know, some of my friends just say that it's boring, but the thing is that Renee said that, she mentioned that both Jane and Edward Rochester just have interesting senses of humor in this, in the book, and that really is what made me just really want to read it. So yeah, I'm really hoping to love this. And then after that, let me see if I can find it. I want to read Wide Sargasso Sea by Jean Rice. As you can see, it's a pretty thin book. This is actually a prequel to Jane Eyre that was written way after. This was written in the 60s by Jean Rice, and it is about the character of Bertha Mason, who we see appear in Jane Eyre, and I'm not going to tell you guys what her role in Jane Eyre is in case you haven't read the book. I mean, I haven't read the book, but I'm just very familiar with it because I've seen several versions of the film, so I know who her character is and what happens. But anyway, Bertha's character is in this. She's the main character in this book, and it's just all of the events that happened to her before the events of Jane Eyre at Thornfield Hall. So I'm really looking forward to this. And next we have The Witches, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, and The Twits, all by Roald Dahl. These are the Roald Dahl books that I did not get around to in June, and so I'm very excited to read these. And then also continuing on the children's book side, we have Mary Poppins, Mary Poppins Comes Back, and Mary Poppins in the Park, all by P.L. Travers. And these I also weren't able to get to, obviously. And I think I've mentioned this, but Mary Poppins in the Park is actually a short stories, whereas these two are actual like first and second books in the series. And what else we got? London Transports by Maeve Binchy. What I'm going to do with this one is, I believe I've explained to you guys that it's short stories. So what I'm going to do with this one is, once I get back from my trip, I'm probably going to start reading one of these every night. Just so that's the way I can get through that. And last but not least of the definitely want to read is Full Dark House by Christopher Fowler. It is the first in the May and Bryant detective series. So yeah, I've seen it in Barnes & Noble, and it just looks amazing, so I want to go ahead and try it. But I just don't know if I'll get around to it. I really want to finish New Moon with the Old by Dodie Smith. And this might actually, I might have this one take precedence once I get back from my trip, because I just really, really want to finish it. I was loving it, and then I decided to put it down because I had a freak out moment where I was like, I have to read all of my library books before I can read any book that I own. So I stopped about 148 pages in. And then I ended up reading books that I owned anyway. So I have now dropped that rule, and I'll read this when I want. So hopefully I'll get to this. And then also, let me check the time. Okay, we're good. I started Kissed by an Angel by Elizabeth Chandler, which is a bind-up of Kissed by an Angel, Power of Love, and Soulmates. Sorry, you guys, I'm coughing a lot. I think it's because I've been talking for so long. But I started this, got 186 pages in. This was actually one of the ones that I randomly bought / started reading in June. But I had to stop because my copy was messed up and they had repeated pages. So I had to take it back to Barnes & Noble and get a new copy, but they were very sweet about it. They let me exchange it, no penalty, which was great. But because of that, since I was already on that little break, I just haven't picked it back up. And I mean, the print is really big on this, so I'm hoping that I can pick it back up and finish it in a day, because it has a lot of pages, but it's also very big print. So yeah, because I was really loving what of it I was reading or had read. Also, I would love to pick up Clockwork Prince and then City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare, because I would really like to finish what of both of these series is out before the film comes out, before the City of Bones film comes out, which is going to be the end of August. So if I don't get to these in July, that's okay, as long as I finish them by the end of August. That would be great. I'm sorry I'm coughing so much. I don't know why. Last but not least, I would really enjoy reading Going Postal by Terry Pratchett. I've just really been in the mood to pick this up. I got it earlier this month. And it's one of the Terry Pratchett's that you can just read on its own, because it's actually the first in a little duology part right now. It's set in Discworld, and Moist von... what's his name? I'll just call him Moist for now. Moist, who is one of the characters in the Discworld world. This is his first main book, so I like it that you can pick this one up and not have to read any of the other ones first. So that's awesome, and I've just been wanting to read this lately, so I might pick this up at some point. So yeah, those are the books that I definitely am going to read, and that I'm hoping to read, and, you know, I might switch some things up and read one that I only maybe wanted to read. Whatever, I don't know. But yeah, so those are all the books. Comment if you've read any of them and you enjoyed them. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.